Hello everyone and welcome to today's design tutorial. Today we are going to be designing this flyer design that you are seeing here, and we are going to be doing it with Canva. So let's get right into it. Welcome to Canva. So we are going to be creating our new design board, and to do that we are going to create a custom size. Our size is going to be 736 by 920. Then we're going to click on create design. So this is our canvas, and we're going to be bringing in our design assets. Let's first of all add a background color to our design. B3112B. So this is the color we are going to be using for our background. Now we are going to go over to gallery, and we are going to bring in this shape. So adjust it to fit our background. Then the next thing we can do is go over to effects, go to dual tones, and we're going to use this. So we can come over to this place and then add our background color B3112B. And the next thing we can do is we can make this shadow to be pure black. Yes. So after that we are going to reduce the transparency. This is cool. Reduce this to 33. This is fine. Even if we want to reduce it again, we can come and reduce it. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to go back to our gallery, and we are going to add this paper texture. We are going to fit it into the background, and just like we did before, we can go over to effects, dual tones, and then we're going to change this to our background color B3211, B3112B. So we're going to pick this as our color, and we're going to change the shadow to be pure black. Then we can come over to this place and then reduce the transparency. Yeah, this works. Then we are going to type in our text. So to do that, we're going to click on text, and you can pick this already made text and type in Supra. So if you're not able to access the ready-made text, the name of the font is Place and Next Compressed, and it's a premium typeface. Place Card Next Compressed. So if you don't have premium Canva, I'm not sure you can access it. So we are going to change it over to bold, and then we can adjust the color to white. Let's go to our spacing. I feel like we should space it out a bit. The tracking is too tight. Then we can increase our size, our font size. We can drag it so we are okay with what we have. I'm cool with this. Then we can position our text. Although this text is not as long as I would have loved it to be, but that's fine. Let me tighten the spacing a bit. This is okay. This text is not as long, the typeface is not as long as I would love it to be, but that doesn't mean that we can't still work with what we have. So once we've positioned our text, we're going to put in the text at the top. So click on your text, click on heading, and then we are going to add in the Toyota GR Supra MKS. We are going to change our font to Montserrat. Montserrat is our major font for this design. We are going to change our alignment to right, and then we are going to reduce our font size. 12 is fine. We can move it to the top. This is fine. And then we can duplicate this, move it over to the right, make sure that it's well aligned, and then we can type in now. For this, we are going to change the studio to a lighter font. We'll go over to, okay, it's already a lighter font, so we can move it to this side. Let's look for something to use as our logo. Let's type logo here and see if we can find something in our resources. So we could just use this and change the color to white. Then we can move it up and then reduce the opacity, and then use our nudge to move it to the left, to the right, sorry. This is fine. So let's bring in our car. To bring in our car, we'll go to our gallery, we click on our car, and we click on add to page. So this car is actually a transparent background. Don't need to remove the background manually. So we adjust our car so that it can cover the text, and then we can bring it down a little bit. This place is fine, we can keep it here. And then the next thing we are going to do, we are going to put in our text, and we are going to use a little bit of body text. So let's type in built to reignite the thrill of driving. So we're going to move our text to readjust it, and then we will change the format to left. Let's delete this. So for this, we are going to use, what did I type? of driving. So for this, we are going to use Montserrat, like we've done. Over to fonts, click Montserrat, and we are going to use bold. But in that bold, we are going to change some parts of it. We're going to change some parts of it and make it a lighter. Let's use medium. We'll highlight the 2 and make it medium, and we'll also highlight the and make it medium, so that we have something like this with a little bit of contrast, so we can position our text to align with the other elements in our design. And then let's reduce the spacing. Let's make it a little bit tighter. This is fine. And then we are going to put in a lorem ipsum text because we don't have a text to put there. So to do that, we are going to go over to Google and we're going to type lorem ipsum text. So let's type in lorem ipsum generator. So let's click on this. This is not giving me what I want. So generate, we're going to pick a little bit of the text. Like this is okay. Then we can copy it and then we'll move over to our Canva design. So we are back to our Canva design and we are going to click on text, add a little bit of body text, and we're going to place in our text. And once we've placed it in, we are going to reduce the size. Now this text that we copied is much, but we are going to work on it. So I'm trying to adjust the text here. Let's change the format to left aligned, position our text, and then we're going to remove some of the lorem ipsum text. Let's remove this. This is fine. Let's use our notch tool and bring it down a little bit. Okay, this is fine. We are getting somewhere. So we're going to put in our footer texts. So I'm going to put them in so that I don't waste our time, and then I can show you how I did it. Alright, let me just carry people along, even though it will make the video to be very long, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to click on text, click on this heading, and we'll type in So after we've typed it in, we'll bring our text down and we'll change the format to left aligned. The spacing, we are going to make it a little bit tighter. the size, we are going to reduce it to be really tiny. So this is fine. So we can bring it and align it with the other texts. So what we can do is highlight the kilowatt, this down part. We're going to highlight this, and we are going to make it, we are even using broccoli. That's not what we want to use. We want to use Montserrat. Highlight everything, change it to Montserrat. Bold is fine. And then we are going to highlight this down part, and we're going to change it to medium. Yeah, medium works. And then what we can do is duplicate this text, make sure it's well aligned, and then we position it at the center, duplicate, and then position this here, position this at the end. Or let's shift this a bit so that we can be able to add our barcode. Let's use our notch tool to position this well. Let's use our notch tool to move it. I feel like the text are still big, so we'll click on our text, font size. I'm going to change it to 7. Font size. I'll change it to 7. Click on this, and then I will change it to 7. So this is fine. Then the next thing that we can do is, let's go to elements and let's type barcode. So let's pick this, and then we are going to resize it, and we can position it, and then we can change the color of the barcode to white. Let's use our notch tool to take it up a bit. This is fine. We're getting somewhere. This is perfect. So for this our text here, I want it to be bold. Not bold, I want it to be all caps. So it's now on all caps. So to put it on all caps, you go to formats, and then you click here, and then it will change. So let's reduce our text size. Let's use 10. Yeah, 10 works. 10 works for us. Let's adjust. Let's use our notch tool and bring it down a bit. So here we have our super flyer design looking all nice. So we are going to adjust the color of this card so that it can be the same color with our background. So to do that, we're going to come over to color edit, and we are going to adjust the hue. Okay, we are going to adjust the hue till we get the red color that we want. Okay, this is fine. And then we adjust the saturation, and then the brightness, let's nudge it down a little bit. Yeah, we are fine with this. So you can copy the color edit codes that I did and put it in your own if you're adjusting and you're not getting it right. So here we have our flyer design looking nice. So I want to try out something. Let me see if it's going to work. Let's add in this. Let's place it at the top. And then let's reduce the transparency. Okay, perfect, perfect. So we want the text inclusive to have that rumpled paper texture. That's what we are trying to achieve. So we lower the opacity and beautiful, beautiful. I think here we have it, the rumpled paper texture on the design. Yeah, but if you notice, it's changing the color of our car. So what we can do is come over to the layers, drag our car to be on top of the paper. Fine, this is nice, this is nice. And so here we have our flyer design. It's not hard. If you have any question, drop it in the group chat and I am definitely going to answer and attend to your questions. So for this, let's tighten it a little bit. Let's tighten the spacing. This is fine. So here we have our flyer design. You can do wonders then with Canva, with any design software. All you need to do and know is to understand the basic design principles. Once you understand the basic design principles, the design elements, how to use good fonts in your design, how to follow color theory, you are good to go as a designer. And after we've added our paper texture, let's color grade our car so that it's going to match with our background. So we are going to take our color picker, click on our background and then click done. So this is fine. So yeah, it is matching with our background. See you next time. Bye.